This one, you'll notice, looks like ah, but it's got this mark above it, and it becomes O, just like our letter O. O. One further modification by putting two of those things on top, and it becomes owl. A-U. Owl. Then we have and we put a dot over the top. And we have and we put what looks like a colon, and it becomes aha. Aha. With an H sound interspersed in it. Aha. So let's move on to, those are the vowels, let's move on to the consonants. Now here's where it gets really interesting. The consonants are organized according to how they're produced in the mouth. Now this is true for the vowels, but it's more difficult to explain that. This will make a lot of sense when you see the consonants. The first row of consonants horizontally are the gutturals, those that are produced at the back of the throat. The back of the tongue touches the back of the palate. So that's the horizontal meaning of the first line of consonants. And the vertical meaning is that we begin with the hard, non-aspirated consonant, guttural. And it is K. Like our letter K, K. Now earlier I was talking about the alphabet is an alpha syllabary rather than an alphabet, and that is because each letter is really a syllable. It's a consonant sound with a vowel sound, and that vowel sound is always the neutral So we have the consonant sound, the hard guttural K, which without the vowel just sounds like I was saying earlier, our letter K on its own just sounds like, but we add and we have K. Now the next column are the hard aspirates, where we add H. So we have K, 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 K-H-A, K. Now we have the soft gutturals. This is just like our English G, 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 as in Ganesha. And when we add the aspirate, when we add the H, it becomes G. And then every class, the gutturals, etc., end with a nasal sound. And this one's nasal sound is N, N-G-A, N. Like if you were to say the word song and take off the S-O, you have left N, N-G, and because they all have the sound, N. K, K, G, G, N. Now, we've started at the back of the throat, and now we move to the upper palate, where the tongue interacts with the upper palate. These are called the palatals. Again, the hard palatal is first, and it is ch, like our CH, ch, but without a h sound, ch. Just with the teeth, the tongue is cupping the upper palate. Then we move to the aspirated, ch, ch. Then the soft form, what would you think? J, as in Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Ja. So what's the difference between a hard, for a moment, what's the difference between a hard and a soft consonant is that the hard consonant begins with no vowel sound before it. Ka. It's the beginning of the sound. Ka. But ga, you just hear that before I say the ga part, there's a vowel sound that comes. It's ga. So that's the difference between the hard and the soft. Ka, ga, cha, ja. And then the aspirated form of the palatal can be written in two different ways, but for the moment we'll just write it like this. It's like ja with a H. Ja, ja. And then the dental form is nya, like N-Y-A, nya. And you can feel the tongue interacting with the palate when you say nya. Like in Spanish, the N with the tilde over it is nya. Okay, so then we move to the cerebral or retroflex class of consonants. Now why cerebral or retroflex? Cerebral because your tongue points backwards toward your brain, or because your tongue retroflex, it flexes backwards, retroflex, and touches the front of the upper palate above the teeth, at the top of the teeth. So the hard form is ta, ta. The hard aspirated form, ta. It's ta with a ha, ta. And then we have the soft form, which is da, da. And its aspirate is da. And the nasal form is na, as in Ganesha, na, Ganesha. Now we move to the dentals. These are the ones that we don't have in English. The tongue comes almost between the teeth. I'm exaggerating a little in all of these cases. The tongue comes to the bottom of the top teeth. The hard ta, as in tare, om tare, ta. The aspirate, ha. The soft, non-aspirated, da, da. And the soft, aspirated, da, da. And finally, the nasal, na, na. So you see, we don't have these in English. Now we've started at the back of the throat, moved to the palate, we've moved to the top of the teeth, still on the palate, we've moved between the teeth, now we move to the lips, the labials. The hard labial sound, you can probably guess, pa. Non-aspirated, pa. The next one looks like pa with an H, and it's pronounced like our English P. When we say peace, there's a ha sound after the pa. Peace.